Hey class, Dr. Mack here. Seems like it's been a while since Blackboard has been down for maintenance. I'm just checking in. We're now in week 7, and this week we look at what influence looks like. I apologize, you can hear my bulldog snoring in the background. It's kind of hard to get him not to breathe heavy. But I just wanted to touch base about week 7, so what influence looks like. We will look at some different videos as far as different influence strategies that have been used from The Amazing Race to in a workplace, to different professional contexts through the videos. You'll also read 2 text articles that highlight some creative CEOs and workplaces. I wanted to share my example. I did some consultant work for Nextdoor, and I think we talked about this a little bit. I might have highlighted it in another example. Nextdoor is owned by Twitter and LinkedIn, and they are the app for neighborhoods. So basically like a Facebook based on neighborhoods where you share information, recommendations, highlight crime and safety. It's a great app. It's definitely useful. Obviously it's a tech app, so they were based in Silicon Valley in San Francisco. And when I did some consultant work for them, they flew me out there. They flew me out the next day. It wasn't like, hey, let's wait until we find better prices, or, you know, let's wait until this is cheaper. They made me feel important and valued by flying me out the next day. When I arrived there, I noticed things that helped with influence and power, and the way that they engaged and appreciated employees, from offering food that they served each night from a different vendor if they stayed late, to having coolers all around the area with everything from coffee drinks from Starbucks to beers from local breweries to energy drinks like Red Bull. There were comfortable chairs and different kinds of seating modalities throughout, couches, cargo nets, bean bags, and the reason I'm highlighting that this week is because they use this creativity to influence their employees. When you treat someone, much like we have read about, when you treat them with respect, when you acknowledge who they are and what's important to them, and you're creative in different ways to show that support, you're able to better influence others. So we'll read about some examples like Nextdoor. For example, like Netflix, you'll read about in this week's readings in a simple article about how Netflix changed the way they looked at HR, which is a great point. You know, taking away vacation time, and really not docking anyone for when they needed to leave, and almost go on a sabbatical so that they could come back with bigger and greater ideas. And so it's just some different creative ways in which influence is used. We'll learn about. You just have some, I believe, a written paper this week. Yeah, be sure to lean in. Feel free to reach out should you have any questions. If you've submitted your assignments, they are all graded. If for some reason you do not have a grade, it is probably because you submitted it after Wednesday at noon. I hope you're all doing well. Take care, and we'll see you soon.